Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another movie look back, and today's movie probably wouldn't be made today in 2020 as I take a look back at the movie Phone Booth, released in 2002. The movie stars Colin Farrell as Stu Shepard, Kiefer Sutherland as The Caller, Forrest Whitaker as Captain Ramey, Rhonda Mitchell as Stu Shepard's wife, Kelly Shepard, Katie Holmes as Pamela McFadden, and was directed by Joel Schumacher. In his eyes, Stu Shepard thinks he's the Mac Daddy of the publicist world. Do you need tickets to that Britney Spears concert? He's gotcha. Do you want to become famous? Stu's gotcha. Or does he? Because there's at least one person who has a big gripe to pick with Stu. Now, this movie takes place in New York City, and as Stu is near the phone booth, he hears it ring and picks it up. But this will be one phone call Stu wished he never took. Now, it seems to be that Stu, he might just be more than a slimeball publicist, as he's also seen here cheating on his wife, Kelly, with his girl on the side, Pamela. Now, Kiefer Sutherland is definitely one of my favorite actors of all time. I love him in movies like The Lost Boys, and of course, him as Jack Bauer in the show 24, one of the greatest shows I think ever created. Now here, Kiefer Sutherland, he plays the caller, so all you're gonna get is some voiceover work. But even without an on-screen presence, his work is still stellar. Now, speaking of 24, this movie also uses that multiple box effect, so you can get multiple perspective of what's going on with different people all at the same time. Now, while a lot of shows and movies have tried to use it, this movie actually pulls it off almost as well as the show 24. Now, while trying to deal with the caller, Stu is being harassed by other people who want to get on this payphone. There's only one here in this block of New York City, and let's face it, in 2002, phone booths were already starting to run very thin. So if there was one that people needed and somebody was hogging it, yeah, it got very annoying. Now, there's some ladies of the night who want to use the phone, but Stu, he's not giving up that phone, so they go and get their manager, and the manager takes out a baseball bat, and he starts harassing Stu and threatening Stu, trying to get him out of the phone booth. But the caller says to Stu, hey, do you want me to take care of this? He's like, yeah, help me. Well, that's when the caller shows Stu just how much firepower he actually has. Now, with a body on the floor and nowhere to go, Stu is completely trapped inside this phone booth when the police have finally showed up. Now, the negotiator here is Captain Ramey, and he's on Stu's side. He's gonna try to make sure that Stu can get out of this safely and alive, but the caller has planted enough little goodies to make sure that Stu stays placed. Now, do I recommend you guys going back and checking out the movie Phone Booth? Yes, I do. The movie is short. It clocks in just around 80 minutes, but it's a fast and frantic movie that will have you engaged the entire time. Now, while Phone Booth isn't currently streaming on any of your favorite platforms for free, it is available for rent on YouTube and Amazon Prime for $3.99. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving the movie Phone Booth an 8.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy rewatching this movie here in 2020. Plus, could this movie even be made in present day? Are there still even phone booths left in New York City? I was there about a year and a half ago, and honestly, I didn't notice any giant phone booths in the middle of the city, but then again, I wasn't looking for one either. Now, Colin Farrell plays a great character here, a man who's trapped and has no other options but then to let out all the dirt he has done. Kiefer Sutherland is stellar with his voice acting work, and Forrest Whitaker plays a really good negotiator. Plus, the director, Joel Schumacher, did a great job of making a movie that takes place in a phone booth, at least for 90% of the movie, very interesting. Now, what did you guys think of the movie Phone Booth? Leave me a comment below.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.